Welcome back. As you know, I am Eli the Computer Guy here for your daily dose of the roars as I scream about the very stupid things going on in the technology world so I can fund the Silicon Dojo. Free to end-user hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do in Durham, North Carolina. If you're interested in classes, you can take a look at silicondojo.com to see what our schedule is. If you want to help support the project, there's a donor box link down below. And with that, let's talk about those bad China people again. Oh, Lordy. Well, if there's one thing the Democrats can agree on, the Republicans can agree on, the young people can agree on, and the old people can agree on, the blacks can agree on, and the whites can agree on, it is that China man is bad. Our first Nobel Peace Prize winning president won the Nobel Peace Prize for showing up to work that day, which is a hell of a metaphor, I gotta say, right? He made sure to point all of our military apparatus at China, and basically ever since, everybody has agreed that China is the enemy. Why? Why? Well, if you ask that question, I guess you're not a red-blooded American. No, seriously, why is China the enemy? Like, why do we have all these weapon systems pointed at China? Does anybody believe that China is going to invade the United... Again, we think about all this, especially with military and everything. In what world do we believe that China is going to invade the United States? But anyway, that's not the point. That's not the point. Right? The point is, China man is bad. And so this is interesting coming out about Bitcoin miners, because apparently Bitcoin mining chips could be used for espionage or sabotage. So they gotta go. They gotta go. A China man looked at that Bitcoin rig, out of the corner of their eye. So at this point, that just means it's toxic now. Coming from Tom's Hardware, Homeland Security thinks Chinese firms' Bitcoin mining chips could be used for espionage or sabotaging the power grid. Bitmain probed by U.S. government over national security concerns. Could be? Yeah, of course. Of course. A fucking potato could be. Here, look at that. Look. This Raspberry Pi could be used for espionage or sabotage. Is it being used for it? No, it's not. But anyways, right, wherever Chinaman is concerned, all you have to do is put the allegations on the table, and that's all that matters. And so again, this is kind of curious to be looking at when you see the tariffs, when you see the trying to ban TikTok, whatever the hell's going on with that. And we see they're trying to ban DJI drones right now, basically banning Chinese electric vehicles. Basically just this constant dribble. And the important thing to understand with a lot of this is that, again, it's simply allegations. It's possibilities of what could happen. Crypto mining rigs from Chinese manufacturer Bitmain are being investigated by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security due to potential risk to U.S. national security. According to Bloomberg, the federal government launched an investigation, quote, Operation Red Sunset, to determine whether Beijing can access these mining machines remotely and use them for cyber espionage or to sabotage the power grid. Can? Probably. I think the interesting part here, though, is where we talk about things like cybersecurity in the United States, how our cybersecurity infrastructure is so fucking piss poor at this point in time, right? Our hospitals are still having ransomware attacks being launched against them, right? Universities are having ransomware attacks being launched against them. Our cybersecurity infrastructure in the United States is abjectly fucking piss poor. And so the interesting thing to consider here is basically the idea of how could we build more robust cybersecurity infrastructure. So one of the things that could be done in all reality is you could start putting more security and rules-based systems within the ISP itself, right? So the ISP, they have all of their networking equipment, right? So what if you put up firewalls and things within the ISP equipment to prevent certain things from happening? Imagine if you go to your ISP. Imagine if you had a dashboard at your ISP, where you could say for your entire pipe, I only want communication from, again, our IP address, basically using this particular protocol outbound to these particular IP addresses or these particular domains. That is all I want to have happen. Right? At that point, you could then secure at the ISP level to try to prevent intrusions and that type of thing from occurring. The interesting thing, again, with all of this is we are not hearing about how Americans can fucking step up and build better systems. We're all hearing about how Chinaman is bad. As part of this probe, the government intercepted some of Bitmain's imports, dismantled the machines, and tested their chips and code. It is interesting they say intercepted. They didn't say they bought it and then disassembled it. So did you just rip apart somebody's servers that they were expecting? Are you going to put that back together and give them a warranty? Is it going to have an NSA warranty opened by the NSA, guaranteed for at least 30 seconds of operation once you turn it on again? The findings of this teardown haven't been published yet, as the investigation is still ongoing. Surprise, surprise, right? Aside from assessing Bitmain's technical capabilities, the authorities are also potentially investigating tariff and import tax violations by the company. However, this isn't the first time the company's name has appeared on the DHS's radar. In 2024, then President Joe Biden shut down a massive Bitcoin mining operation owned by a Chinese entity that used thousands of Bitmain's Antminer rigs. The government gave the order because it was within a mile of Warren Air Force Base, which hosts some of the US's Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missiles. It also appeared earlier this year in a U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee report, which said that Bitmain miners can be remotely manipulated, posing a threat to the U.S. Yeah, any Linux server can be remotely manipulated. It's called SSH. Dear members of Congress, would you like a basic lesson in how computers work? Eli, the computer guy, will give you a basic class on Linux. It's called Linux. Anyways, in its defense, Bitmain released a statement denying these accusations and saying that it, quote, strictly complies with U.S. and applicable laws and regulations and has never engaged in activities that pose risks to U.S. national security, and that it has no awareness of or any information at all regarding an alleged federal investigation purported to be called Operation Red Sunset. Bitmain is the largest manufacturer of mining rigs, controlling at least 80% of the market. So that's an interesting thing. One of the cool things about doing these particular videos is I get to learn more information about my own field. So I did not know Bitmain was that big. We expect things only to get more complicated, especially as many of the manufacturers are transferring products to the U.S. as a strategic move to pivot towards more politically acceptable sources. And so the other thing to be thinking about this, with these Bitcoin rigs, with these mining rigs, is this really about national security and that type of thing, or is it about the Trump administration trying to strong-arm yet another company basically to set up manufacturing in the United States by hook or by crook, by whatever is required in order to get them to do that? So this is the latest thing. I don't know. Could they be a threat? Probably theoretically. Probably in the most theoretical of ways, they could be a threat. But any computer that we have can be a threat, right? Any computer that can have SSH, be SSH'd into, could be a threat. All of those IoT devices. Think about all of the IoT devices that are around. Doorbell cameras, Ring cameras that you stick up different places. All kinds of different IoT. Those are basically web servers. What a lot of people don't realize is they are essentially web servers. When you can go to like a little website or whatever, and you can see streaming video or whatever else, that means a web server is running on that little thing. And if a web server is running that little thing, you could definitely have SSH or whatever running on that little thing, right? And so again, this is where I keep coming back to this whole argument that we as a society need to come up with more rules, regulations, and structure for how cybersecurity should actually function. We should have more auditing programs that state whether certain products pass a certain audit level or not. Think about it with the Energy Star. And maybe not even that you ban equipment, right? Maybe not that you ban equipment, but you can simply say, look, these devices have passed Security Star certification. It means as of the time they were last audited, they were up to speed. The companies have agreed to a minimum of a decade of maintenance and patches for these devices, so you can feel relatively, to be clear, relatively safe with the security of these devices within your facilities. Right? We could have a security star program with a whole auditing process to make sure everything is up to snuff. But we don't. Right? We could have ISP level blocking and things. And when I talk about ISP level blocking, I know some people are like, well, you can't do that. Motherfucker, I was there. I was there back in the early 2000s when Cisco decided to shut off VPN pass-through for residential cable internet connections. I remember looking at our help desk and saying, thank God I'm not on the help desk today, as all of our salespeople or whoever else were no longer able to VPN to get Outlook and all that type of thing, right? They could do security at the ISP level. So again, that you could prevent a lot of things from happening, right? You know, as we talk about with things like hospitals, again, large, vital, societally vital institutions. Again, security audits. The fact that they should have to have security audits every year to verify that the security is up to snuff. Modern technology can be secure, or at least, as I always say, is secure enough. The reason we're seeing the attacks and the reason we're seeing the problems that we are is because companies do not properly invest in cybersecurity, and technology employees do not take cybersecurity seriously enough. And so basically, you have a lot of duct tape crap that falls apart once it gets hacked. Right? We could be focusing on the things that literally strengthen the foundations of our society, that allow us to build for the next century. But instead, what are we doing? We're blaming China man for everything. And so now we're going after mining rigs. Now we're going after mining rigs because the real problem, right, with our power grid is Chinese mining rigs. When you look at, if you're in Maryland or if you're in Texas and you look at your electricity bill and it's going through the roof, the important thing to understand is that's all Chinese mining rigs, right? There was a report that has just come out about the Texas electrical grid, right? And basically with all of these AI data centers going online, they're talking about when the next major weather event happens. So a few years ago, there was that big freezing event in Texas, basically threw everything into disarray. They're stating now with these AI data centers going into Texas, and with Texas's basically abysmal state of a power grid, that if they had another freezing event happen, it would be even worse than what they had before. Remember when Americans died? Remember when Americans died because Texas fucking Republican poodles were more interested in prancing around and talking about whatever their politics were than building the infrastructure that was required to keep Texans alive? Yeah, right. That's only getting worse. But that's the thing. The problem with our power grid isn't the politicians that aren't doing their fucking job. It's not the power grid that's falling behind. It's not the AI data centers that are being put onto power grids that are already strained. No, it's Chinese Bitcoin mining rigs. Anyways, just remember at the end of the day, China man is bad. You stub your toe, it's China man's fault. You forget your wallet when you're at the cafe, China man again. Your wife leaves you because you were fucking a guy out behind a 7-Eleven. Well, we all know who's really to blame. China man. Anyways. Oh, crikey. So what do you think about this? Put your thoughts down below. If you like these videos, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like these videos, give us a thumbs down. Call me amazing, call me a dumbass. Just be a real Lutnick and put that strong American comment down there. Do remember I do these videos in order to fund a Silicon Dojo, authorityless, gatekeeperless, free to use your hands-on technology education that empowers you to do whatever the hell it is you want to do. In Durham, North Carolina, we're having a class coming up on extending AI capabilities with REST APIs. We have another class coming up on using Moondream, an AI model for computer computer vision. If you're interested in those classes and more, take a look at silicondojo.com to see what our schedule is. If you want to help support Silicon Dojo, there's a donor box link down below. And with that, see y'all later.